Hi students, how are you today? It's nice to see you. So this is our second um, kind of lesson on adjective clauses. So I'm just reviewing them with you here a bit. First of all, we know that they have to come out after a noun. The cake that she bought was delicious. So that she bought explains the cake. The mistake students make is they forget that you need a noun here and you're describing the noun. The job of an adjective clause is simply to explain the noun. Example 2, to review. The people who live next door are good neighbors. So who live next door describes the people. The whole sentence is the people are good neighbors. The people are good neighbors. I want to explain people, so the people who live next door are good neighbors. The game ended in a tie. So if I say the game, that means you know the game and I know the game. Now I have a comma because you know the game I'm talking about, I know the game I'm talking about. We both understand the special game. In the case when we both understand the noun, comma, which was played yesterday, comma, ended in a tie. So, which was played yesterday describes the game. We know what the game is, then I need a comma, and then I need the rest of my sentence. So the game ended in a tie. I visited the town. What town did you meet? I don't know. I visited the town where they met. Where plus a sentence. The leaders whom we elected will commence work next week. Do you know the woman whose picture is in the magazine? Now we're going to go over commas in more detail. So, sometimes I have no comma and sometimes I have a comma. Let's look at the difference. My daughter likes a boy who goes to her church and sings. Okay? The boy who goes to her church and sings. So if I just said a boy, you don't know the boy. So, no comma. I don't know who you're talking about. No comma. So I said no comma because we are identifying one boy out of 10,000 boys. No comma. But if I say my daughter's boyfriend, you have in your mind one special person. Think of it this way. If there's only one, and you know the one I'm talking about, and I know the one I'm talking about, we need a comma. Only one, you have to have a comma. My daughter's boyfriend, comma, who goes to church, comma, comes to our house all of the time. Yes, commas, because you know the specific person and I'm giving you extra information about him. So when everyone knows the noun and you're just giving extra information, you're going to have a comma. Let me read those again. My daughter likes a boy who goes to her church and sings. My daughter's boyfriend, who goes to church, comes to our house all of the time. So when I pronounce this sentence, I'm going to go down when I get to the comma. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, listen. My daughter's boyfriend, who goes to church, comes to our house all the time. Note we never use that after proper nouns or when we know the specific noun. We never use commas with that. Never. So look. My son Chris, I only have one son, my son Chris, who studied to be a medical assistant, will be getting a job soon. My son Chris, who studied to be a medical assistant, will get a job soon. Seattle, only one Seattle, comma, which has a population of about 800,000, comma, is home to many famous companies. Seattle, which has a population of 800,000, is home to many companies. We need commas because there's only one Seattle. Boeing, where about 10% of the population works, lost lots of business due to its bad design, and as a result, many people lost their jobs. Boeing, comma, where about 10% of the population works, lost lots of business due to its bad design, and as a result, many people lost their job. So we need commas because there's only one Boeing. Now look at this one. It's going to get a little bit interesting here. My son who just graduated will get a good job. If I have no commas, that means I have 2 sons, or 3 sons, or 4 sons. I'm telling you about one of my 4 sons. This means I have 2 or more sons, and I'm talking about the one who got a job. My son who just graduated will get a good job. If I have commas, it means I have only 1 son. My son who just graduated will get a good job. Now, number 3, same situation. My dog who is very young is learning to mind me. That means I have 2 dogs, or 3 dogs, or 4 dogs, which would make me crazy. So my dog who is very young is learning to mind me. But if I have only 1 dog, number 4, my dog who is very young is learning to mind me. So if we have only 1, we need commas, and that's what you'll be practicing on the next 2 pages. So if there's commas, it means there's only 1 and you have extra information. If there's no commas, it means I'm identifying 1 out of a big group of many, of 2 or more. See the next page? Then you're going to do commas or no commas. Please review. It is a practice quiz, however. Next page. Now, for this one, I'm telling you, this is an assignment. For this assignment, you will complete the sentences by adding adjective clauses, and in the case of 5, 8, and 9, you also have to add a main clause. In other words, you need a sentence. An adjective clause goes with a noun. You still need the sentence. You still need the subject and the verb phrase. The adjective clause just goes with the noun. Then I said for 3, 4, 5, and 9 you need commas because they're proper nouns. For number 8 you need commas because we know who you're talking about when you say my parents. So look at the examples below. So if it says my mom, comma, who is beautiful, comma, likes to work. I have to put this part of the sentence in there. I just cannot say my mom who is beautiful, period. No, because I need a verb. It has to be a sentence. So my mom who is beautiful likes to work. I go to the store that is near my house because you don't know the store. It's not just one store. Okay, so I have to finish. This is my adjective clause. So this whole thing is like just a noun. I go to, there's my verb. I go to the store that is near my house. Okay. My mom likes to work. This just explains my mom. Okay, I think you'll be okay with this. And again, if you ever have any trouble, I want you to come and talk to me. I'm going to explain one more and then I'll go. Combine sentences using adjective clauses. For example, I have a dog. He is nice. I have a dog. I take out he and I put that is nice. My husband loves computers. His degree is in science. So his degree is in science goes with my husband, right? So my husband, whose degree is in science, loves computers. I have only 1 husband, thank God. What if I had 2? Terrible. My husband, comma, whose degree is in science, comma, loves computers. I go to stores. I can buy organic food there. So my thing is, I can buy organic food. I go to stores where I can buy organic food. I can buy organic food relates to the stores. I want a job. It will pay me a lot. Will pay me a lot means the job. So I want a job that will pay me a lot. So for this assignment, you're combining sentences. Good job, everybody. I will talk to you again soon.